Welcome, yogis. Jumping on to offer you just a quick little sort of warm up for the body when you really feel like doing anything, but you know that maybe even just a few minutes would do you some good. You can follow me for one round of the movement. You can follow me for 2 rounds of the movement. I'm going to be offering 3 rounds of the movement. And then a quick little warm up. That's it. Let's get started. Start by coming into a comfortable seat of your choice, whatever that means for you today. You might be cross-legged or up on your shins. You might place a blanket or a pillow under your seat. Someplace that you can sit up nice and tall. Almost like you can feel your spine beginning to stack. And it's going to take a small bit of effort through the front body to help support the back body. Not just sort of like hunching and rounded and just hanging out. You're attentive. Start by just noticing how your breath is moving through you. Maybe even soften your gaze so your eyes can soften enough so whatever's in front of you is kind of blurry, or you can close your eyes altogether. How does it feel to breathe? Does it feel like your body is patient with your breath? Does it feel like it's rushing? When you breathe in, does it feel like you're completely full? Or is there still a little bit more room that you can take in? Then when you breathe out, are you emptying out completely or just most of the way? Just take inventory. How does it feel when your body is breathing without trying to integrate anything into it? All right, now come to the bottom of your next exhale and empty out completely. Take a deep, full breath in. And then just sigh the breath out. Do that just once more together. Take a deep, full breath in. Big breath out. Now start to breathe nice and full, just like that in your own way. You might choose to breathe out the mouth or out the nose. You might choose to breathe in the nose, in the mouth. Invite the breath to be full and strong. Trying to fill up every crevice when you breathe in. And empty everything out as you breathe out. All right, let's move with the breath now. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed for the flitter. Taking in the light and the surroundings around you. On an inhale, take your arms out and then up towards the sky. When you exhale, press your palms together, hands down through the center of the body. Twice more. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale. And exhale. Just to get the spine moving, inhale, reach up. When you exhale, start to twist over towards the right. Cactus the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, reach up. Come back through center and then all the way over to the left. Cactus the arms, lift the chest, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades. Take the arms up through center. As you exhale, take them out wide, rotate to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, rotate to the left, arms out wide. Inhale up through center. Exhale, right hand down, left hand high, reach up. And then take a little side body bend. You're trying to reach that whole left side of the body even longer from the hip through the fingertips. All the way up through center. Exhale, left hand down, right hand reaches up. And then your side body bend on this side. Come up through center. As you exhale, hands are coming towards the ground. You're making your way to tabletop. So you're going to have your hands settled underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. And your knees are underneath your hips. And you're quite rooted here. So you can imagine that you're gripping your hands into the ground. Press your shins into the ground so you feel your belly sort of pick up and support you. And then just a little bit more spinal awareness. Take an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, your cow pose. On your exhale, round your spine to open up the back of the body. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round your spine, your cat pose. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine. And then a few rounds of breath to take whatever movement feels good to you. So you might sway your hips from side to side. You might even come down onto your forearms. Sway. And start to take movement and shapes that feel good, like they begin to open up the body in some way. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. I want you to pay attention to what might feel good in your body at this time, because every time you come onto your mat, it's going to feel a little different. All right, come back to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then the width of your hand, from your fingertip to your wrist, you're going to take both of your hands, one hand, I guess that's your length, now that I think about it, top to bottom of your hand. You're going to take each hand, one hand length, forward. So imagine that just as I am in tabletop, I've got the base of my wrist and the top of my finger. My tallest finger happens to be my middle finger, but that's not everybody. So from the top of your tallest finger, you mark a line, and that's where the bottom of your wrist goes. And you would line up your opposite hand, ideally in the same position. And then start to draw yourself forward. So you have to do a little bit of work to hold yourself up. You're in a modified plank pose. You're not just kind of hanging out. You're doing a bit of work to hold yourself up. Right. It's the beginning of alignment, just checking in with the body. Tuck your right toes under. Tuck your left toes under. Start to lengthen your right leg long. Lengthen your left leg long. Your plank pose. Do any adjusting that you need to do here. And then downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Start to create your walking dog to begin. Bending one knee and then the other. You can even lift a leg. Maybe lift an arm. Just start to explore the shape of looking at the world upside down for a moment. A few snap, crackles, and pops are pretty normal. It's what I call the music of yoga. Right back into your breath once you've settled into the shape. So if you look at your hands there again, their shoulders a bit apart, and fingers are a bit bright, so they're gripping the earth. Feet are hips width distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. And then you can soften your knees enough that you can lengthen your sit bones to the sky, and then start to ignite your legs. So you can imagine that the balls of the feet are pressing down into the ground, and then they're trying to rip your mat apart. Your legs turn on. Your arms start to push the mat forward. You imagine that you could start to hug your biceps in towards your ears. Keep sending your sit bones to the sky. And then knit your ribs in towards your spine. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Again, big breath in. Big breath out. Lift your heels nice and tall. Soften your knees and look forward. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. You're going to come into a ragdoll. So, just like a ragdoll, let yourself hang. And what I don't want to see is knees locked out and a rounded spine like that. I'm just sort of letting my limbs hold me up here, just letting them sort of lock out. So you can invite space into the muscles and the structure of the body. So soften your knees a lot, just like in down dog. Send your tailbone, your sit bones up to the sky, and then start to lean forward into the balls of the feet. And start to feel a release in your spine. Just letting gravity take over, relaxing all effort. You can shake your head, sway a little. All right, bring your hands to touch onto the ground. If your feet have walked out a little bit wider, start to bring them back underneath your hips. If you're not really sure where hips width distance might be, bring your fists together. Plant them right in between your feet. That's going to be your rough estimate of your hips width distance. It's an estimate, okay? Don't, line me up to it, but it's a good place to start. Once you've got your feet set, bring your hands about halfway up your legs. For me, that's right underneath my knees on my shins. Once my hands are placed, I'm going to start to strengthen my legs and make them straight with strength, not by locking them out, but by strengthening them. My spine needs to lengthen as well, like I'm trying to charge the crown of my head forward. Almost like I'm using my hands to push myself longer. And again, see if you can bring the weight forward. Feel the back of your legs start to wake up. On your next breath out, soften your knees and fold. A few things I want to talk about here. We're going to come right back into your half lift. Take an inhale, hands onto the legs, half lift. Draw the weight forward. See if you can draw your ribs in, shoulder blades together. Really charge through the crown of the head. On your exhale, soften your knees and fold. One more time. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen out, reach yourself forward like you're looking over a cliff. Pull your rib cage in, get long through the torso. Exhale, fold. Use that same strength, and as you inhale, you're going to come all the way up to stand. Hands can touch together and then come down into the chest. And eventually they'll relax down beside you. Do any adjustments you gotta do, because let's be honest, we all do it. And set yourself up. Feet underneath your hips. Pick up your toes, spread them out, and then relax them down. Your legs do a bit of work, so you're not locking them closed. Just softness at the kneecap so that your whole leg has to do a bit of work to hold you up. You're wrapping the sides of the body in towards center. Your shoulders and your eyebrows up, and then relax them down. Say those things because I do those things. Take an inhale, take the arms all the way up to the sky. On your exhale, soften your knees, forward fold all the way back down. Hands halfway up your legs, lengthen out. On your exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. This time on your exhale, lower all the way to your belly. All right. Hands are right beside your rib cage. Your forehead is down on the ground. Your legs are sewn up together so they're one unit. Point your elbows to the sky, squeeze your elbows together, and as you inhale, press into the tops of the feet, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Again, press into the tops of the feet so that your chest gets light. Exhale, lower down. One more time, lift up, Bhujangasana, your cobra pose. Maybe even lift your fingers so it's your low back doing the work. Exhale, lower down. Hands stay where they are. Separate your knees and then press into them. Tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften your knees. Walk your feet to your hands. Half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Hands at heart. Your mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift and lengthen. Step your right foot back behind you. And then drop your knee to the ground. Walk your hands up to your front knee. Start to take a bit of movement in and out of that front knee. And it's your choice whether the back toes are tucked or untucked. Today I'm preferring a tucked toe. I'd like to open up the underside of my foot. That's going to be up to you. Where do you feel most stable? All right. Set yourself up, front knee over front ankle. Strong back leg, so you press that back foot or the back shin down. And then squeeze your legs together like you can wrap your mat underneath you. Take your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath out. See if you can lengthen your ribs up towards your fingers. And as you exhale, relax just your shoulders. Keep the weight. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Back knee lifts. Hands planted to the earth. Plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Sew up your legs. Hands beside the ribs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward all the way down. Press tabletop. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg high. Feel free to move around the ankle, the knee, the hip. And then lengthen the leg out and point the toes to the ground. So all 5 right toes are pointing to the ground. So you can relax your left heel. Take a nice deep breath in and lift your right heel high. As you exhale, knee to nose, round your spine. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, step the foot forward. Drop your back knee down. And then once again, start to come in and out of that front knee. You're on the opposite side now. So it's going to have a different sensation, different feeling. See if you can pay attention to what feels different. Not not to sort of dive into the story of it, but to understand how you can strengthen or honor one side versus the other. Right knee over front ankle, press into the front heel, root into the back toes or the back shin, and the arms will rise up. Squeeze your legs together, feel your whole torso get long. And then relax your shoulders. Find length as you breathe in. A bit of ease as you breathe out. One more breath in. As you exhale, return the hands to the ground. Tuck your back toe. Lift the back knee, step forward, and fold. Half lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Reach all the way to the sky as you breathe in. Hands hard. Tadasana. So that's our first round. Our second round, we're going to start on the left foot. It's a little bit different each time, but nothing too crazy. Just enough to sort of wake the body up. Tadasana. So, starting at the very top of the mat. Setting yourself up. Take an inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift and lengthen. On your exhale, step your left foot back behind you. This time you're going to keep the knee off the ground. And you're going to send your left hand towards the ground. Your right hand towards your right knee. It's the same one. All right. To begin, see if you can let go of a little bit of effort through that left hand. So you're not putting all of your weight into it. Maybe even come up onto your fingertips so you can really trust that the back leg is doing most of the work. Start to find the connection of the right hand to the right knee. And as you find that connection, press into it so you can roll the right shoulder on top of the left. You might even be able to get a little bit lighter off that left hand. All right, you can stay just like this. There's lots going on already. You might even decide to take that right hand high. Nice and light on the left hand. On your exhale, both hands come down. Plant into the palms. Step back to plank pose. And again, all the way to your belly. Gather up your body. Toes untucked. Hands beside the ribs. And on an inhale, lift your head off the ground. Pick up your chest. Squeeze your body long. Exhale down. A nice flat back. Press yourself to tabletop. And then downward facing dog. Nice even deep breaths here. Inhale that left leg high. Feel free to move around the ankle, the knee, to the hip. Lengthen the leg long. Toes point down, heel keeps rising, and that right heel relaxes. Left heel high. Just one time, knee to nose, and then send the leg back. Step the foot forward. Again, this time, you're going to stay off of that back leg. So, right hand towards the ground, left hand to your left knee. Resist the urge to plant all of your weight to this right hand. See if you can just be light. It becomes a very light piece of your time. Press your left hand into your left knee. Roll your left shoulder on top of your right. Maybe you extend the arm high. Big breath to reach long. And as you exhale, both hands come down. They frame that front foot. Step forward. Fold. Take an inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press into the earth, sweep up and rise. Hands into the heart. Exhale. Bounce. One more round of movement that we'll take together. Take an inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Lift. Plant the hands. Step your way back. Plank pose all the way to your belly. Gather up the body, organize it together. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale all the way down. Press to tabletop and downward facing dog. For downward facing dog, inhale your right leg high. Feel free to move the ankle, the knee, the hip. On your exhale, knee to nose. Send the leg back. Exhale, your right knee to your right shoulder. And send it back. And then step the foot forward. However it needs to get there. Get a little bit lighter in your fingers. Airplane your arms. So all the way up, high lunge. Full breath in, reach tall. And then get buoyant as you sink down. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, open and twist towards the right. Inhale up through center. One more. Open, twist to the right. Inhale up through center. Return the hands. Plank pose. Lower to your belly. Inhale. Return down. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it high. Knee to elbow. Send it high. Step it forward. And make your way to high lunge. Knee, reach up and sink into it. Find what you need to get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Final settle. Reach up. Exhale, open, twist towards the right. And that's the left. Inhale up through center. To the left for real. Over to the left. Come up through center. Hands touch the earth. Step on back. Lower to the ground. Lift the earth. Return it down. Table. This time to child's pose. So you can take your knees a little bit wider. And then send your hips back towards your heels. And your head and your heart can come towards the ground. You might even choose to take puppy's pose, which is a little bit easier on the knees and the hips if that's a little cranky for you. So you'll just line up your hips over top of your knees. Same idea though. Your chest and your head come down. Puppy pose. Slowly start to return to tabletop. Something real fancy here. Swing your legs, your shins to one side. And you can come down onto your seat. And all the way to your back. Holy moly, you're so advanced. Look at that transition. Yeah, you guys know the quote behind the YouTube. All right, we're on our back. Last little bit before we take a quick little Shavasana together. We're going to start by taking your right leg up into the air. Just extend it, maybe even roll the ankle around. And then take your hands either on the side of the leg, they might even wrap behind the leg. And just work towards extending your leg even longer. If your hands are just towards the side of it, you're looking to aim your toes as close to your forehead as you can get them. Even if they're back there, your goal is to just aim them towards your forehead. It doesn't matter where they are, what part of the air that they're landing in. Work into the version that you're working. No matter where they've landed, I promise your body's doing some work to benefit you. So whether they're all the way at the end of the mat, towards the middle, towards your face. For me, the moment, this is comfort. This is where my leg is doing a little shake. It's good. I think the muscles are doing a bit of exploring. All right, from here, if your left leg isn't bent yet, bend it. And then you're going to take your right ankle and just rest it onto your left knee. Just hanging out at the beach. I like to sway a little bit side to side here. That's just sort of a knee thing. That's not everybody. You might like to press that right knee away into the outer hip. Depending on how you're feeling, it might feel nice to grab the back of the left thigh or even the front of the left shin. Again, I like to sway here. I feel like we can get into the full canvas of the muscle here. Okay. If you've got that left leg, gently release the leg, return the foot to the ground. Extend your right leg up into the air. And return that right leg. So probably going to feel a little different from side to side. You might even extend that and just notice the difference. You might even feel like your right leg is just a touch longer than the left. So, bend into the legs. And keep in mind, it's a different leg, so it's going to have a different experience. That left leg up into the air. Maybe this guy is from Frankie guy. When my legs just became male at some point. But start with the ankle. And then decide where it is you're going to work the back of the leg. See if your goal can be to find that rough shape. It's not to be painful, sort of curious. I'm trying to do something now. Even though we were on them for most of practice, it's going to be a little bit more enlightening than standing on them by giving them the freedom to not hold you. Gently place your left ankle onto your right knee. You might take that sway, that's a key. You might press your left knee away. You might grab behind your right thigh. You might grab behind, in front of your right shin. Maybe a little sway side to side. Gently extend that leg back up, turn the foot down, and then take your feet a little bit wider and just take a little windshield legging action side to side. If you want to take a twist on one side, this would be a great opportunity. heading towards Shavasana. So a few moments of pause, a few moments of calm. So when your body is ready to be still, take up some space. Relax your legs long. Tuck your shoulders. Your chin drop and run through your chest. Take a deep full breath in. And then a big sigh out the mouth. Let the body to breathe. Again. Take a deep full breath in. Get light. And let all of your body's weight drop as you breathe out. And even wiggle it. Get rid of any other residual. Muscles of your legs go up. Your seat is heavy here. Just pay attention to the points of contact that your body has to the ground. See if you can exaggerate that and really get heavier into it. Follow your breath. Feel the sensation of it. Sensation out. The weight of the body on the ground. Perhaps even any temperature around that you feel, or any textures. So to explore those textures with the fingers and the back of the heels. So eventually let there become a bit of movement into your body. Nice and gentle. Let stretch nice and long. Maybe even curl in nice and close. Sway. And eventually land your body on the side that's most inviting. A bit of reverence for your practice, the time you took out of your day, however long it was. Press into the earth, lift yourself up into a final comfortable seat. Take a full deep breath in. A big release to wash the breath out. If it serves you, draw your hands together in front of your chest. Embody your presence, your capacity to be honest about where you're going and everything you choose to do. To your light, to your health, to your divine. Namaste.